And it works like it does because it doesn't just sit on your skin. It soaks through your skin, soaks down to the bone, has a huge impact with your muscles and your ligaments, with your tendons and your joints. That means your back joints, your knee joints, your hands. And listen, if you or anybody you know has a condition in your feet or hands, it can start as severe tingling and become horribly severe. You're going to find that Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I mentioned and more. Listen to the testimonials, they're astounding. Next, I want to talk about Restore 3.0. It's our first third generation product, and Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of 2 ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and black seed. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found black seed when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan has taken those things and uses several elements of them in a unique way. As an example, with olive oil and olive leaf, he uses several elements to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now listen, that's the secret. That's the unique thing. The only product line that does it. Gosh, that's our name. MoreMito, short for mitochondria. Dr. Bevan found when you can increase the mitochondria, you heard Roger say you've been losing it all your life. When you can increase it back to the age when you were young, your body starts to work the way it's supposed to, the way it used to, the way it did, and the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses black seed to increase your energy, but it's cellular energy. It's like a hit you get from caffeine or sugar with a big high followed by a big crash. Cellular energy steady. It's strong. There's no jitters. Imagine being able to live life up again to its fullest on your terms, something to start and complete a task without a need to rest. How about the disappearance of brain fog? Or something strenuous like a long bike ride that has a short recovery time. That's what cellular energy does. And I mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients Dr. Bevan has put into the Restore 3.0. Now listen, the blending, the proportions are critical. Dr. Bevan will tell you if you take a handful of vitamins, you'd be lucky if a third aren't a complete waste, overpowered and canceled out by the other things in that handful of vitamins. Dr. Bevan has properly blended these. It takes 8 weeks to make a bottle of Restore. And the most important thing is the XDS that lets your body use it, access it like nothing it's ever been able to use before. Next, I want to talk about our newest product. It's called Renew Brain and Body. Some of the things that Dr. Bevan needs us to have to increase our mitochondria can't be delivered in a liquid base. They have to be delivered dry. So he's created these tiny capsules that have these additional ingredients to increase your mitochondria. Renew stands on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore. And finally, I want to talk about, some of the most important members of our family are the pets that we own. The most videos on social media are videos of our cats and dogs. And they suffer many times even worse than we do. Listen, if your dog has become lethargic, lays around, hobbles its way up the stairs, if your cat is hacking up fur balls and shedding, animals suffer. They're closer to all the bad things in the environment, the chemicals we put on the rugs, the things on the lawn to make it grow. They're allergic to all the same things we are, and they suffer. If you want to bring your dog back to puppy stage and your cat back to kitten stage, increase their mitochondria with Petlife. So 4 items: Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew Brain and Body, and Petlife. They like what these products do. And to hear more about all of this, I'm going to turn the call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
All right. How not to suffer from the consequences of diabetes and high blood pressure. That is our topic. Dr. Dan and I have been talking about it. You know him regular on a call out of Oklahoma City. He's been in the field for decades doing radio and now doing podcast. Dr. Dan, here's my question. Why is it good enough to just normalize the blood sugar. Why can't we stop there?
You mean by taking insulin or something?
No, by naturally causing your body to normalize the blood sugar. Why can't we just?
Well, that question's thrown me a little bit because what is causing the blood sugar to be off in the first place? The newest information is it's a mitochondria dysfunction, that there's not a mitochondria or the mitochondria energetic enough to burn blood sugar, and the blood sugar starts building up in the cell, causing damage to the cell, so the cell shuts off to cut out the sugar and starches, usually for quite a while, 6 months or more. I really cut it down.
The conference is in presentation mode. Your line is muted. This call is being recorded.
Neuropathy, you're starting to see it. If you notice the way certain people walk, they're lifting their foot up and down. I was often they're walking into a restaurant. I'm going, oh, he has neuropathy. I can tell by their walk. They can't feel the bottom of their feet. It's just like when you're a kid and you cross your leg underneath and your leg falls asleep. That's what their feet feel like. But it's worse than that because that foot and that leg may have to be amputated because the blood flow is not there. It shows up in the bedroom for women as well as men. There's not a blood flow, so they can't perform or don't enjoy performing, and generally can't perform because sugar is so damaging to the blood vessels. But the eyesight, the brain, Alzheimer's is the third form of diabetes because the blood flow to the brain, there's too much sugar trying to go in, the brain barrier shutting it down. All right, and you're producing ketones. Then the brain can come alive again. And eating things like coconut oil, MCT oil, things like that really feed the brain at the. And so eating healthy fats, healthy vegetables that are not starchy, and then a lot of people, especially people with autoimmune diseases, are doing nothing but beef and doing really well on that, which was a big surprise when it first started coming out. But cows, different than other animals, have the four stomachs and they get rid of all the pathogens. But so sidetrack. Your depression, anxiety, all this can be related to fluctuation, the repression of your immune system, all that, the fluctuation of the blood vessels, and that fight and flight syndrome that people don't know why. It's like they need to run or they need to fight. That's the bouncing up and down of your blood sugar. We correct that by increasing mitochondria. When you have a lot of mitochondria and a lot of energy, but it's not an easy thing to do. Without the XDS technology, it couldn't be done like the level that we do it, and the level it needs to be done. So
So there's two parts to it. This is what I'm getting at. The first part is you need to normalize that blood sugar. The blood sugar roaming around can continue to do damage. But we can't stop there. We actually had one person while we were waiting on Restore to come out who got his blood sugar, had his blood pressure back to normal, and still died of a heart attack. So we've got to completely repair. That's how we want to nurse your body. That's what we want to position your body to do, beginning with restoring the mitochondria. Now I'm going to give you some examples of this, and I want you to know that it's for your information so you can see how this might fit in your life, addressing issues you have. We happen to be talking about diabetes and blood sugar tonight, but it doesn't matter what the condition is. Whatever the condition is, and many of the people who have, virtually everybody who has diabetes have other conditions too. So how elegant is it that there's a solution called restoring your mitochondria that can address the blood sugar issues plus all the other issues that you may have as a result of it, okay? Or in addition to it. All right. So we don't diagnose, treat, or cure the disease. We have a higher concept, restoring that mitochondria. Now, let me begin with Chris Gill. So Chris, diabetic, okay. And A lot of times when we're diabetic, we usually ate our way into it. He needed to lose weight. He needed more mental clarity. He was experiencing some brain damage, which just works with everybody with blood sugar is. Why should your brain be an exception? Kidney failure, okay? And it was on a dozen medications. Let's see there. I talked to Chris Dill, did an interview with him before, if he doesn't have an update.
I do have an update. On my health. I went to my primary care physician today. I haven't seen him in 6 months. I went for my 6-month checkup. He had noticed that I lost about 20 pounds. Started to go through my medicines and stuff like that. I didn't realize it, but I was taking 12 medications a day. I'm now down to 3, and those are the 3 that help me go to sleep at night because I have insomnia really bad. I told him I was no longer diabetic. He kind of looked at me kind of puzzled. He said, what do you mean? I said, I'm no longer diabetic, Doc. He says, well, how is that? I said, Doc, I said, as of July 29th, I am no longer on any diabetic medications whatsoever. I eat food. When I eat, my blood sugar goes up like everybody else's, and then it comes back down. He says, oh, this must be because of the weight loss, you know. Well, I knew what it was from. I actually tried to introduce these products to him today, but I realized you're hitting a brick wall when you try to go to a medical professional and try to introduce these products because they were taught one way and they only believe in one way. I told him about testimonials and stuff, so I stopped then and I just went through with the stuff like that, and I got also at my dialysis center. Oh, my testimony now is I'm feeling extremely energetic. My mind is so clear. My creatinine, when I talked to you originally, Roger, I thought my creatinine was starting at 9.75. The main nurse in my center today, my dialysis center, because today they did a blood draw, and I'll know my creatinine like on Thursday, the new measurements. I didn't realize that. I thought it started at 9.75. It actually started at 11.1, then went to 9.75, then went to 9.6, then went to 9.1. And I can't wait to see what this new one is. And I know it's going to be lower, and it even sparked the nurse's interest. She said, yeah, you're going down. I said, I can't wait until we get the results. She goes, I can't either. So I might have won her over because before I tried to introduce these products into the center, and I basically got laughed at. They said, you got to believe what you want to believe. And I felt embarrassed, like I even bringing it up to them. But now I might get their attention.
Well, thanks for sharing that, Chris.
All right, Roger.
What should happen is that when you eat it at night, by the time you wake up in the morning, your body should clear the blood sugar from your bloodstream. The cells should have taken it in. But when you're insulin resistant because your body's overrun with this blood sugar, your cells don't want that. Okay, so again, you're insulin resistant, so that blood sugar is roaming around in your body, damaging everything. You should wake up in the morning with that blood sugar. Fasting glucose is what it's called. Below 100. So Rod Campbell wasn't waking up anything like that. Wasn't doing that for years. As a result, he had kidney failure. Something's going to fail if you let that happen long enough, right? He's got all the other stuff going with it. He's got the diabetes, as I said. He's got sleep issues, a myriad of. All right, let's check in with him his second month on MoreMito.
So, Laurent, give me an update on where you were. I think this is like your second month. Now, we talked to the 1 month point, now at the 2 month on Restore Rejuvenate.
I took the test that the doctor gives me for my kidneys, and I came out with a filtration rate at 18. And then they were mapping out my arms so they could start, getting ready. And then I took the Restore 3.0 for that month, 1 month. I took my test again, and my filtration rate went up to 30. So they don't have to finish doing anything for dialysis. They're just on hold. Awesome. So that was my first bottle of Restore. I say the cream that you gave me.
Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate.
So I've been, my hands are arthritic, really, really bad, so I can't really open and close them too much, but that's what I use on my hands, and it really helps me to be able to use my hands a whole lot better. And also, when I put it in my hands, I decided to put it on my eyelids, and now my vision is being restored too. So,
Remind me of what your vision was like before you started on Restore Rejuvenate.
well, I take shots in my eye, for the injections, to be able to see. But now I'm not having to have them as often, and I'm not seeing a whole lot better between times of injections. So I'm continuing to do that.
Okay, so the kidney failure has been reversed. Your vision loss is also, it sounds like, being reversed as well.
Yep.
Great.
My arthritis and my eyes.
Thank you for sharing that, LeBron.
Thank you.
You didn't hear that part, but it's balanced also. He was falling down. Doctor told him he'd keep falling down, he could die that way. Okay, so we want to position your body to reduce that blood sugar. That's what the extra can do. Also repair the damage. Okay. So Steve, got it all. The heart failure, the kidney failure, all those mental acuity issues, weight loss, all of that. Again, same thing. If you got blood sugar issues, you got more issues than that. So let's check in with Steve Lowe. I'm talking to Steve Lowe. Tell me what your health concerns were before you met us.
Congested heart failure, diabetes, and kidney failure. I was dying.
Okay, did I hear you say that you were dying? Is that what you said?
That's what they told me. They said I have less than 5 years to live.
Okay. Tell me what changed, Steve, since you began using Mito.
Everything. Well, my numbers on my AC1s went from 10.1 down to 6.5 right away after 120 days of it. My kidneys started not making so much the creatine, and I'm told I had congested heart failure. And when I went back into that, they said I'm back to normal now.
Tell me again what your A1C was. What was it before? What was it after?
It was 10.1. And I was real sick, and then I went down to 6.5 in 120 days.
120 days. Now, what was the next thing that changed?
My kidneys started working better. I could tell that they were feeling better.
Do you know what your kidney numbers were before?
Yeah, they were like 25. I'm like,
Okay.
that's way too high.
So your kidney function was down to 25.
Yeah.
What was it after?
It's up in the 40s, they said. Now it's going up.
Okay. So, all right, now, what was the next thing that changed, Steve?
When the cardiologist called me and wanted to know what I was doing, because my fraction rate went from 25 to 50.
Over what period of time did that happen?
I remember he told me I had to stay out for at least 120 days, let that blood interact and get right, and boy, he was right.
Okay.
You know, it worked.
All right, King Kevin. Let's go back to the diabetes now. What type of diabetes did you have?
Well, I started out with type 2, and then they switched me to type 1. Then I had to start taking shots 3 times a day. I didn't like. And they were quite wicked, what it did to my body. My body did not like it. And now I don't, now actually I've quit doing Lantus long lasting, because if I do it, I wake up with sugar lows at 3, 4 in the morning. And then last week the EMTs had to come because I was so low. They thought I was going into a coma, and I was really sick. So I just found out that, getting that mitochondria up and running, the body straightens itself out, homeostasis-wise, and gets everything working right. The kidneys, the heart, probably
Okay.
the liver, the thyroids.
Now, you take your fasting glucose in the morning?
Yep. I've got a Dextron 7, so it tells me all day long what it does. You know, it's one of them electronic devices.
Yeah.
I can look at it 100 times a day without poking my finger and it'll tell me.
Okay, what does it tend to be in the morning?
Lately, since I've been on the MoreMito, about 115.
Okay, and it was what before?
350.
350?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's a life-saving difference, Steve.
Oh, I know it is. And boy, you can feel it in your body. I mean, it's just not a good feeling.
Okay. Okay, so let's recap that a bit. When your heart beats, it's supposed to pump out between 50 and 70% of the blood that's in it. If you're below that, you're in heart failure. If you're between 20 and 30, he was at 25. They give you 5 years to live. That's what he was talking about when he said he was dying. Okay? And kidney failure, down at 25, it's like stage 3 or 4. Kidney failure, it came to 40. Right? So heart from 25 to 50 is normal. 25 to 40, way out of danger. And what went with that was his brain repairing itself, losing the weight, vision improving because he was no longer driving himself blind with all that extra blood sugar. Okay? Don't wait for it to get that extreme. And don't believe it when they say you're pre-diabetic. Drop the pre. You're diabetic. Do something about it.
Right.
Okay? Now, I don't, let's see, Pastor Lindsay Register, if you're on the line, do *5. I'm going to want to talk to you soon. Any of the other people that I played tonight, you can raise your hand too, but Lindsay Register won't do that. So, when you tell somebody about this technology, you could be saving their life. This was the case with Pastor Lindsay Register. So he's diabetic. A lot of African Americans are. And a lot of us die from it. His diabetes was so bad that it rotted his foot to the bone. Doctors operating on it, telling him you need to leave that foot with them. They want to cut that off. Already got an infection in the bone. So what can we do about something like that? Well, mother called Dr. Joy. Dr. Joy introduced him to us. Here's the story.
Yeah, I had an episode dealing with, I was at the diabetes and developed an infection in my foot. And I went to the doctor and they operated on me and got the infection, out. But they told me they needed to amputate it, the foot. I said, no. It's been a little over a month now. Since I've been home applying the cream and taking the Restore, pressure flows and stuff like that. From the operation where they operated on my foot, they did amputate a toe and they cut the bottom of my foot to the bone. And just in a month's time, me using these products, I have circulation in my foot and my tissue have grown all the way back out. I have a whole foot under the bottom, but they had split it in two. It has been made whole, and I can walk now. And also, where the top of where they took my toe, it's filling back up with tissue. I thank God for this Restore and Rejuvenate because I apply on the bottom of my foot now and on the top, and I can see the area where my foot was dark, where it's starting to change back to its normal color, and where my toes at, where they're necrotic, they're starting to get weight back on them, starting to get it, and I'm just waiting for it to clear all back up.
help me understand how bad it had gotten. I'm not looking at the pictures right now, but describe it for me what it was before.
Well, it was so bad, the bottom of my foot was to the bone. You can actually see the bone on the inside of my foot. And so when I was in the hospital, they wasn't doing anything. So the top of my foot was turning black. And I was in the hospital for over 2 weeks. So when I came home, my foot was bad. It was black and cut to the bone. And I couldn't put meat on it, you know. I had to have pain medication. I couldn't put out no pressure on it. Like sometimes when I had to go to the bathroom, I would be in pain.
That area that was to the bone before, what does it look like now?
Pink. It's pink. My tissue is pink, but they split it at. And it's pink, and my meat is out.
That's they pull all the meat out. They left a hole there.
They left a hole. Like I said, it was to the bone. They pulled all the meat out of it. And they said that I had infection, had a little infection in my bone. So they pulled out the meat. But now the meat growing back and the tissue growing back all the way out. The bottom of my foot. It's closing up. You know, actually it's closed though.
But they want to amputate his foot, right?
Let's take a look at that right now. Oh my goodness.
It's after the operation.
All of that on the bottom was splitting open. And you saw my bone in the hole.
That's really amazing.
I thank God.
Your body is doing that. You just got to feed it on a regular basis so it can keep doing it. Okay?
Feed it with this.
Okay.
Get
I'm
this
going to let
help
y'all
knowledge.
go. We'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.
Okay.
All right, I want to talk to Pastor Lindsay Register. Everybody calls him Man. Pastor Man, you with me?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
All right, thank you. So I did a Zoom call with Pam Purefoy. You were one of the guests that was on there. And you made a statement that I want to ask you about again because I really want you to help us, help other people understand how bad this was and where you came back from, okay? You remember saying on the Pam's call, what the doctor called your wife and said because you were not going to get that operation. Remind me of what the doctor said to her.
He told my wife to go ahead and get my business straight because I had made a fatal decision. And he said, if I survive, he said, I'm going to have to go back to the hospital. And he said, if I make it, they would have to amputate from my thigh, above my knee, if I survive. That was May 17th.
Y'all hear what these doctors are telling people?
2024. And like I said, like you heard, taking that MoreMito and Rejuvenate, I had to go back for a checkup September 2024. And he was shocked to see me because I walked in there. And he was shocked. And he checked my foot. He saw the new tissue that grows back. And he basically, he's like, well, there's nothing that he has to do. He just released me. That was last year, 2024. And ever since then, I've been walking.
Wow.
I'm good. I mean, I just really, and I still take it. I still take the Mito orally, and the Rejuvenate cream. I still put it over my skin. I still do it.
All right, so
And,
he did not expect either A, see you again,
right.
or if he did see you, there's no way he thinks you're going to walk back in his office with a shoe on, because you wasn't even supposed to have a foot to put it on.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
They want to
Right.
amputate it.
Right.
Now, let me be real clear with everybody who's listening. We're not trying to give you medical advice, nobody, right?
Right.
What we're trying to do is let you know how powerful this approach is. You need to get with your doctor. You need to make your decision. Or better still,
Right.
get on it earlier. Okay?
Right.
What would you have to say
Get
to
it
anybody,
now,
man,
y'all. Get that
who has
mitochondria
any
built
kind
up.
of blood sugar issue?
Well, number one, you need to. Oh man, this Mito technology. I thank God for, because it was the answer to my problem. I mean, diabetes as well as my levels. My levels went down. My A1C went down because when my C was up high, it was like 11, 12. And when I got on this technology, it knocked it down. It dropped from 12 to 6, and it went down even further. What I would say is be faithful in taking it. Take it and don't stop taking it, because it will help you. I'm alive today, and I'm still walking, and I still got my leg. I have no infection. And I would say, hey, get on it. Get on it ASAP.
Okay, Pastor. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Doctors wanted to amputate. Gave him 5 years. Right?
So, don't make a fatal decision.
No, that was the other guy.
Let me recap what our process
fatal
is. You may not have been here at the beginning of the call, or you may need to hear again. At MoreMito, we have a different approach to health and wellness. It's not based on trying to diagnose or cure diseases. Medical profession does specific development of that. What we want to do is replace the mitochondria that you've been losing all your life, so your body can start restoring yourself in a much more robust manner, like it did when you were younger. We have this unique technology. Dr. Elliott creates it. That can talk to your mitochondria.
They stood their grounds.
You reached the MoreMito conference line. The call will begin in a
got on
moment.
his products, and did he have to have an amputation?
The conference is in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Did they take
This call is
leg
being
off?
recorded.
They didn't.
Yeah.
The doctor is surprised
When you
about his
regrow that
results.
mitochondria, everything turns up. Your immune system, your organ, everything works better, and you can get a much better result. It gives you your best chance, we believe, of restoring your health. This technology called XDS that does this, reorganize the molecules of all these ingredients you see on the product list. It's in 3 products. One of them is called Restore. Restore is an oil. It's got really high quality olive oil and black oil that is best. You can't go to Walmart or somewhere and buy it. We internationally source it. And then we process it for 2 months before we set it up. We didn't just put it in a bottle here, take it. It takes us 2 months to get this XDS technology in there, and it makes all the difference. And this is what separates us from everybody else you heard about or you know about. And I don't care who it is, okay? All that stuff is great. All of us have taken good stuff over the course of life, and it has helped us. Here's what it didn't do. Grow back your mitochondria. That only happens here, okay? Now,
we do that.
Restore, the function is regrowing your mitochondria with oil-based ingredients. And in the 44 ingredients in there are ingredients in there for every single organ system you have. Specific things for your gut, which we talked about last week, for example. Okay, specific things for your brain, your eyes, your heart, etc. So now, in addition to growing back your energy levels, now your body got these other really cool things you can fix yourself with. Then there's these capsules called Renew brain and body. The body part of brain and body is additional ingredients to regrow your mitochondria. You've got to come at it from a lot of different angles. More angles than anybody else has ever done, apparently, because ours works. Okay? And then the brain part is obvious as additional ingredients for your brain. Because if you listen to a lot of these interviews we do, you're hearing people talk about brain fog and memory, all that stuff. Your brain's been damaged. We got to help you fix it by nourishing your body with these ingredients. So it's called Rejuvenate. It's highly recommended for anything that affects your hair, your scalp, or your skin, any place on your body. I'm talking face to feet. Bevan created it because he said nobody had ever killed a sunburn. First time we put it out in Houston, we found out that this stuff doesn't just stop with skin, it penetrates to the bone. So people with achy joints or mobility issues, this is going to be your go-to product. Further, you can take it and put some of it in the jar of Rejuvenate, shake it up, and now you got the Restore for all 44 ingredients, right? Hit you a ride with that Rejuvenate, it'll put it right specifically where you need it on your body, wherever that is, you know. I had a stress fracture foot, I'm putting it on there all the time. So wherever you got a specific need for, you can put it. And we put all of them together in a bundle, and we give you a discount on it because you need to try to get all of these so that you have all these different means and methods of restoring mitochondria going for you. Okay, so that's kind of how our process works.
Information will be in the description on how you get it if you're on one of our channels.
Put it together with your DNA so your body comes up with it. Okay, and by the way, there's also a cat version of Restore. It just has Restore the things taken out that aren't good for pets, and it's called Pet. 75% of homes in America have a dog or a cat, and half of them consider the pet to be a family member, so it is huge, huge in the pet space. Okay, with that, go up on there with the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at MoreMito.com, MoreMito.com, then of course, type your username and hit enter. You're going to be at your website now. You know it's your site because your name is at the top of the page.
Description.
So is your phone number and your email. That's where you send people to learn more after you've initially told them about the products and what they can do. They can learn more about it. They can read about it. They can read about XDS, how it works. They can read the list of ingredients. They can actually look at the labels that are on the bottles, and they can listen to a selected number of testimonials. But most important, they can purchase from you. They can't buy from the company. They have to buy from you. This is where they do it. But listen, we've created a one-of-a-kind group of products. You know that now from what you heard. We've created a one-of-a-kind company to support those products. They can, at your website, top right, they can click the join button and join you. Listen, it's free to join this company. There's no cost to come in. There's no monthly cost to be here. We don't require auto ship. We don't even charge you for the websites. Those are free. We're here to do one thing, and that is to support your efforts to tell the world they don't need to live with the conditions they're living with. There is an opportunity, a chance that things can greatly improve for them if they use MoreMito products. And we, you know, when you tell somebody else about us, guess what? You're participating in our compensation plan. And you're going to love our compensation plan because we don't pay once a month or once a week or once a day. We pay every time there's a purchase. Once you become a verified member with us, that means we've confirmed your phone number and your email. When somebody purchases, your compensation is in your back office to use. If you've joined us as a referring customer, then you've got Mito Cash. Use it to buy products, pay for your shipping, even send it to other people in the company for their purchases. Or you can upgrade. That's also free. When you upgrade and become a paid rep, now you can utilize the Stripe Connect worldwide ACH system. You can send it to your bank. You can send it to PayPal, Venmo. You can use the old-fashioned ACH, again, to get it to your bank. Here's the point. We're here to support you and then reward you for telling other people their lives can be better. support, I mean our customer support team. They are a powerful group. The phone number to reach them is at the bottom of your website, bottom right-hand corner, 509-593-3000. Call staff with human beings. How about that? Not a recording. It's staff 6 days a week. If you get a recording, it's because everybody is on the phone. Leave a message, for gosh sakes. You're going to get a call back. And even if you just call in and hang up, we know you did because we've got your phone number. Every call in is recorded, even if it's a hang up. Listen, we're here to support questions you may have about ordering, about your compensation, about the hierarchy, how the whole thing works. We're here to support you. So look, we've created a one-of-a-kind group of products. Nothing looks like these products work. So we created a one-of-a-kind company. We're not here to charge you or nickel and dime you. We're here to support. You're telling the world this exists. We've done everything we can do except the one thing we can't do, and that's talk to the people you interact with. That's up to you. You've got some secrets that you heard on this call tonight. Don't keep the candle under a basket. Share with the world, and let you incredibly well for doing it. Also, go change some lives. People are waiting to have their health or their bank accounts bettered, and it would be great if you're the one that lets them do it. Roger, if I left anything out, let me know. I'm going to turn this back to you.
Again, the description.
Let's say one more time
Information
about
will be in the description below after we come off our live.
Things that people need
Great.
to
On Facebook, you can inbox with any
Listen,
questions.
everybody, we're getting attacked all over, and we're fighting them off. We're going down swinging. But the point is, getting attacked by hackers, by spoofers, by spammers. You need to help us. We have created a one-of-a-kind company. If you don't want to wait 3 weeks to get paid, let's keep it the way we built it. That means you have to let us know that people that you're legitimate, and so are your people. All right? We've got people trying to join and create fake spots, use stolen credit cards for orders, and then take out commissions. So we've created a know your customer system. You have to verify your phone and your email. That lets us know you're legit. Go to your back office, click on your tree. You'll see, click on the plus sign. You'll see all the people underneath you.
Those of y'all that I personally know,
can authorize all those first generation people. Tell us you know them. It's easy to verify them, and if you don't know them, say so. Say that you suspect them. They're suspected. We do a double check on everything you do so we can keep this company the unique, one-of-a-kind company that it is. We've got to protect ourselves. That's your job. You protect the company we built. We got to know you, so it's a know your customer rule. And if you have questions about that, we've got a customer service team that can answer them, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Go into your back office, go to your tree, approve the people you know, suspect the ones you don't know, we'll figure it all out.
It's real easy,
so
guys.
let's protect what we've got.
Out.
Something else.
We have too many people we need to help. Get their mitochondria strong.
We've got a 30-day, no questions asked, empty bottle money back guarantee. If it doesn't work for you, and our very few people this doesn't have an effect on, but there's always somebody. I heard a radio commercial for something, and they said 70% of the people come back and repurchase. And I thought, holy Toledo, that's awful. We've got about a 96% repurchase rate, but there's always somebody that something doesn't work for. If people need to return the product, just call us. We can authorize a return. We can have the money back in your bank account in a day or two. We don't even need the product back. We just know that all of our little boxes have been checked, and we refund you. If you file a dispute, here's what people do. They call their credit card company. You've been taught to do this by Amazon. They call your credit card company and say, hey, I didn't like this stuff. I want to dispute it. It didn't work. Now you're looking at 6 to 8 weeks to get your money back. Why don't you just call us and let us do it? If you file a dispute, we're required to answer that dispute. You're looking at 4 weeks for the filing, then we answer it. You're looking at another 4 weeks while your bank looks at, gosh, let's get things moving. And there's no reason for a dispute. If something doesn't work, we're here to help you. That's the kind of company we run. So
and honestly,
us
most of y'all,
if there's a reason. Don't just
30
feed it with
days
your
is
credit
not
card.
enough
It
time
messes
for you to
everything
tell
up.
if
And
certain
you're
things
looking at
are
2 months
working
to
in your
get your
system
money back.
because
Not sure
your
if I have
health
anything
issues.
out again.
Many of you
Let
have
me know,
several
'cause
health
The only
issues
thing
that is going
I
to
would
require
add to
more
that
than 30 days.
is that if you have a concern about an order or something, I mean, they'll give you money to make your head swim.
Mm-hmm.
Don't call the credit card company first, because that puts a permanent ding on our record. It doesn't matter when it is due at all, okay? Which happens. So call our customer service first. Let us handle it with you. That'll really help us out. Help your downline people with that understanding as well, okay?
We're asking you to do it the right
All right.
way.
Thank
Our
you,
customer
Dale.
service knows how to handle it, right?
Absolutely.
Don't try to do it the old way.
Okay, so we have
Trying to
2
dispute
opportunities
it
here. The first one is obvious.
when you
We
haven't
talked
gone to
about
customer
that. Give the
service and
technology
handled
a
it the
try.
right
Let's
way.
see what your body can do with it. The other thing is that more people need to hear about what you've been hearing. This unique technology needs to be known, okay? We don't need to be a best kept secret a whole lot longer, okay? So talking about resonates with you, by all means, get involved and refer it to other people. Maybe you just want to earn enough to get your product paid for. Maybe you got other bills around your house. Or maybe you're a professional marketer and you've been looking for that company with unique technology that nobody else has got, work like nothing else does, okay,
Yes.
and needs more exposure, okay? If that's the case, then by all means, affiliate with us. Let's see what we can do together. Okay, so we're going to do hands in a minute. Star 5 on your phone. We're going to take your questions. You know how we do. I want to shout out a couple things. I want to shout out Dr. Janet Moss. She invited me to speak at the local VFW earlier. Got back just in time to get set up for the calls. Great time there. Got some free food too. Okay, but I'm always telling that mitochondria story. A lot of veterans and whatnot there. VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars is what VFW stands for. So a great group of people. Love it. I'll probably go back. Was joined by Handy Randy, who's a Marine Simplified, and helped us tell that story. Want to shout him out. Really appreciate you being there, helping us get this message out about how you can fix yourself if you just let your mitochondria do it.
Veterans, you need
Okay.
it. You hear them talking about it.
Also,
Everybody needs it.
on,
Everybody needs
about
to
2
build your
weeks, I guess it
mitochondria
is.
up.
I'll be in Hosky, North Carolina with Brenda Board. Her announcement is in the back office. Click on it. You can see all the details on Thursday in Hosky, North Carolina. That area, that Tri-County area around where that is, has one of the highest instances of prostate cancer in the country. And we got stories to tell about that. We're going to be there telling it. Okay? And then that's Thursday. On Saturday, that's the 18th. On Saturday, the 20th, I'll be in Williamston, North Carolina. Again, that's log in your back office, hit that plus sign. You'll see that announcement. If you live anywhere around there, know anybody anywhere near there, have them come by.
Mm-hmm.
The E.J. Hayes High School in Williamston, formerly E.J. Hayes High School, they've been having a homecoming there for over 50 years. It's a real privilege that Sam Sweet, his sister Alice, were instrumental in getting me invited there to speak to them during that time. I can't wait to get there. I grew up in the county that's in between those 2 places. And you know, Dale, they say you can't be a prophet in your own land. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and test that out. All right. So we're gonna be telling that mitochondria story all over. Okay.
Right.
Then I'll be heading south to Greenville. The following week we'll give an announcement. I know we'll do a meet and greet while I'm in Greenville, and then we'll head on south, further south, a couple hours to Atlanta on the 27th. Okay, that in the back of it will be. So if you're going to fly in and whatnot, I want you to know that we're going to be there. It's going to be 2 days. It's going to be Saturday. It's going to be Sunday. I have tried my best to have you a very special guest, okay, that you have never seen at those calls there. So I can't wait to get down there with you. I haven't been down there in a while. So there we go. All right.
If you're anywhere
We
near
got
any
some
of those
hands up here,
places, you want
so
to be
let's go
there.
with them, Dale. How about
I like it.
who is the newest looking person up here? Verizon Max. ARISE, Max from Las
I
Vegas.
like it. Yep. Max, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Teaching you how to build your mitochondria up. And once you build your mitochondria up, your body already knows how to fix itself. Okay, so this is what we're using. These are all naturals. This is considered a food. And we're using this to build your mitochondria up. It doesn't make a difference what you have. Okay, a lot of people, you've been taught to go according to conditions. So it didn't make a difference whether you have HIV, diabetes, having a problem seeing, getting shots in your eyes, you name it, cancer, you name it. Your body can fix itself from anything. Don't we serve an awesome God? God designed our bodies, even our health body, our pets' bodies, because pets have mitochondria as well. So he's designed our bodies that once we get our mitochondria up, we can fix anything, guys. Our body can fix itself. Isn't it awesome? So we're in the mitochondria business. So what we do again is we teach you how to build your mitochondria up the natural way. Y'all heard the guy saying that the doctors gave him 5 years to live. 5 years. What did he do? Someone introduced him to the MoreMito products, right? If you're on Success on Stephanie or the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, you look in the description after we go off live, and the information will be on there. If you're on Facebook, just inbox me. We will make sure you get the information so you can create your free website and you can get on the natural products, right? Because it is very important for you to build up your mitochondria. Again, mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. So for those of you all that don't know what mitochondria is, it's the powerhouse of your cells. And once you build your mitochondria, your body can fix itself from anything. I personally know this. Y'all, doctors had me on some of everything. Just like y'all heard the testimonies of some of the people saying what the doctors were saying to them. One person they gave 5 years to live. Somebody else they told that they made a what was it? Basically a death decision, but what did they actually call it? They made a fatal decision. That's what they said. That's why you have to take notes, y'all. They told them they made a fatal decision. However, but they went back to the doctor later and then the doctor was amazed of what they saw. Not only did they walk in there and, hadn't had to have an amputation as the doctor had predicted, right? But they walked in there and, the areas on the foot was growing back and, all that. They had cut certain areas and everything. Y'all, health knowledge. You've got to get educated. Get educated on that health knowledge so you can do what? You can grow mitochondria back. And this is what we're using these products for, is to grow your mitochondria. These products speak to your mitochondria. That's what Dr. Bevan Elliott has created them to do. This bundle, they're all designed to work together. I've had people to say, oh, well, just let me get one bottle or one thing. They're all designed to work better. If you're really serious about getting your mitochondria strong, you want to get the Renew Body and Mind bundle. What does it include? The Renew Body and Mind capsules, the Restore Oil, and the Rejuvenate Gel. And then see how your mitochondria talks to your body and see how your body fixes itself the natural way. I understand that we have grown up thinking that the doctors know everything. Doctors do not know everything. If y'all go back and listen to some of my episodes on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, I share, different things of doctors told me what I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. I'd never be able to take care of my family. I'd never be able to have kids. I take care of my family. I have a daughter that I had after they told me that. Okay. So I personally know that doctors don't know everything. Right. But it was just so many things that doctors told me that I could not do. And I'm able to do it. But you know how I got to that point is because I did the research. Once I did the research, I got on the products and I got my mitochondria built up, right? And so I went from taking 18 to 20 different medications to not taking any medications now. I don't go to the cardiologist for anything, right? I don't go to the oncologist. I was going to cardiologist, I had heart issues, right? I was going to oncologist for blood clots, being anemic, iron issues and all that. I was going to, doctor for my migraines. I was going to a neurologist because of the way the migraines had me feeling. I can list so many different doctors, allergists. Then the allergist referred me to a dermatologist because the allergist did not know what was going on with my body, right? Again, doctors don't know everything. You owe it to yourself. So those of y'all that are out there saying, "Oh, I need to get approval from my doctor." Come on, let's be realistic. You owe it to yourself to get your body strong, right? Get your mitochondria strong. A lot of doctors are in it for the money. I'm just being real with you all. A lot of doctors are in it for the money. And you owe it to yourself to do the research, get educated, get the health knowledge, and get your mitochondria strong. Again, I shared the mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. So you want to get your mitochondria strong. So then once you get your mitochondria strong, your body can fix itself from anything. Again, y'all, I apologize if we had technical issues. I'll see if we can get back in. But, you know, again,
You reached the
if
MoreMito
you're-
conference line. The call will begin in a moment.
if you're watching on Health and Wealth Show or
The
Success on
conference is
Stephanie,
in
the information
presentation
at
mode.
Create Your
Your
Free
line
website is
is
going to be in the
muted.
description after
This
we come
call
off
is
live.
being recorded.
If you're on
Somebody
Facebook,
mentioned something
just send
about
me,
the
then
kidneys
inbox me.
earlier, and
Okay, we're able to get back
hear
in this time.
everything. Because I know a lot of people who have kidney disease, they, you know, once kidney disease starts to develop, or the issue with the kidneys developing, they said that, you know, there's certain herb and vegetables you can't have.
Mhm.
So I wasn't quite clear, is it, because I listened, is it safe for anyone
Make sure you're
developing
taking your
kidney
notes.
disease? Because those of us like myself who have high blood pressure, sometimes our kidneys are affected and we may not know that yet. So that's why I'm like, is it safe for use?
It's so safe. It's so safe. I call Restore a high-tech salad dressing. Okay?
Okay.
It's that safe. I understand the question in the context of us thinking about medications and need to be concerned about conflicting things. Okay? But this is food. This is food.
This is food. It's
Yeah,
not a
Very
medication, y'all.
specialized food, processed a
Yeah.
specific way, all of that,
I'm
right?
not thinking about it in medication form. I'm thinking about like when a person develops kidney disease or they have an issue with the kidneys, they tell them to stay
Okay.
away from things.
Yeah. How long were you on the call tonight?
I'm gonna call. I got a little bit after it started, and I was listening to
I gave two people, both had kidney failure. Okay.
Yeah, I heard 25, and then it went up to 40.
I gave you specific numbers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if you got kidney failure, you're past needing this stuff. Get it fast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have kidney failure. I don't want to develop that. And I did hear when the gentleman said he went up to 40% from 25. But I'm just saying that they will tell you in the medical industry, not that I believe what they say, that there's once the kidneys start to fail or the numbers of kidneys are low.
Okay, so I appreciate your question. Let's just wrap it up this way. Add as far as they know to that statement.
Well, that's why I said that. I don't believe them. I'm just making sure that,
Okay.
And I did
This
hear.
is what you need. Got kidney issues, whatever
So
kind of issues.
So I've
Even if you
answered your
think you
question?
don't have issues, build your
I've answered
mitochondria.
your question.
Because oftentimes
Okay,
you don't know
thank you.
that you do have something going on.
Okay, Dale,
because you
let's
feel
go
great.
on to Don Tomorrow in Atlanta.
Sandra, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, Roger and Dale. I wanted to shout out Dr. Joy Scott. As of this morning, she is a gold.
Oh, boy.
Awesome.
Dr. Joy Scott
Congratulations.
is a gold. I'm going to save her for last and invite her to say something. Thank you. 2-star 5, Dr. Joy, who was the person we just referenced in relationship to Mr. Man.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to bring her back after I get some more of these hands, okay?
There are doctors
Okay.
out there that are really serious about helping people.
Okay.
Okay, who's that?
Okay, let's do Bob Brooks in Florida.
Bob, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question. Hello, Bob. Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, listen, this is my favorite first class. I haven't seen any testimonies about hearing this person. Is there any testimony?
It's a little bit distorted.
Oh, yeah, that's
About what? Say that again, please.
Hearing. Yeah,
Hearing?
yeah.
So he's talking about hearing.
Yeah, so
Yes. Need it.
on Saturday, and then it was the case with Steve Lowe as well. We talked about his kidney failure, his diabetes, and so forth. We commonly see people who are diabetic like this, and in some cases hypertensive, where it damages their taste, their smell, and their hearing. All that could get damaged. We had a lady who had lost her hearing for, wait for it, 37 years. She couldn't hear out of her ear. Okay? And within days of being on her technology, she's talking on the phone with her sister, switched her phone to the bad ear and noticed that she could hear out that ear. So your body can regenerate. We also have people who wear hearing aids, and they, you have to take the hearing aids out at night, charge them. And she's hearing without the hearing aid. And also when she's wearing the hearing aids, she could hear things that she couldn't hear before with the hearing aids. So again, this theme of regeneration that we've been talking about, Pastor Reggie, whether it's foot, it can be ears, it can be anything else as well as what we're learning. So yeah. Okay.
We appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm involved with the church, and we got a large destiny ministry, and this could be a major turnaround for them.
Yeah, I will give this disclaimer. It's going to be up to the person and their body, because everybody is different, and we can't control how they use it and this kind of thing. But it's not unusual at all. Okay?
All right, I thank you. Have a blessed day.
He wasn't that clear, guys, but he was talking about the hearing
So
stuff.
Monia,
It doesn't make a difference what it is.
So Monia,
your mitochondria strong.
Yeah.
Monia, I unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, so my question is, can you please actually give us the name of the website?
MoreMito.com. Now, someone introduced you. Someone introduced you. They have a website. You can go to MoreMito.com. Okay, anytime. Well, you
don't purchase the person who introduced me to this website?
Yeah,
or
they have a website.
Right, but she transitioned, so I have no.
She still has a website, though.
I said the person who told me about the website, she transitioned, meaning she died. So
she still
I don't
has a
have.
website.
I can't reach out to her to get that information.
Okay, so Dale,
Customer service.
I'm going to ask MoreMito.com. You can look that up. But Dale's going to call you tomorrow.
I'm sorry, someone else is talking. I can't hear you. You said more what?
MoreMito, MoreMito.com. Okay? So you can look at the site now, but Dale is going to call you, and he's going to connect you with the person who transitions upline. So you got support that way also.
Right.
So we'll take care of you, okay?
Do not go to just MoreMito.com to try to purchase. That is not the way it's explained. You go to the person that introduced you.
Grandma, do you got any questions? I got my grandmother on 3-way. Do you have any additional questions you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask if the oil-based one, if it comes in a tablet, or is it just a liquid?
It's a liquid.
It's a liquid. Our tablets
so
is
you have
renewed
to
body and
actually
mind.
take a liquid?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
It's funny how people try to tell you how to run the company.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you. Can I tell you what it's going to taste like?
Yes.
It's going to taste like good health.
I knew you were going to say it.
Yeah, I know. All of it tastes like good health till you take it.
But it really helps you get good health.
Thank you.
Okay,
We're
that's a better one.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
It really tastes like good health, and it
I'll
really
give
helps
you credit for it. That's a better one. Well, but all seriousness, try it. If you have an issue with the taste, put it on your skin.
Yes, you can
Put it
rub
on your
skin.
Use the Rejuvenate, put on top
Rub
of
it
it.
on
Your skin will absorb it that way too.
It's in your brain.
We've had people, Sonia Harris's mother, who was having dementia.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want to take it. I think she took like 1 milliliter. Sonia puts it on her chest, puts it on her back on a Wednesday. By Sunday when she preaches, it was like she didn't have any dementia anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, get it in. Or if you need to put it in food, if you need to mix it in something else so you can tolerate the taste, do it. Your cells are waiting on it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They'll already close them out. Okay. All right. So let's see about Todd Thompson.
All right, Todd, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, great to talk to you guys again. Thank you so much for all your effort and for doing these calls, and
yes,
it's just so amazing. I love each and every one of them.
Miss you too, Tika.
I have a question. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. I have a question regarding neuropathy. I have had great results putting the Rejuvenate and the Restore gel on my feet for the neuropathy. But I appreciate what you said when you say you have pre-diabetes, you really have diabetes. I've been what's called pre-diabetic for like 20 years, but I've never been on insulin. But I developed neuropathy really bad before I got on MoreMito. I had super numb feet, and I'm having tremendous results now with the neuropathy is almost completely gone. But I wanted to ask about people regrowing their hair. Do they regrow their hair just from taking the Restore, or are they putting the Restore and Rejuvenate in their hair also?
All of that.
So most people are mixing it. Most people are mixing it now, so I suspect they're all doing it, but I suspect it will help to some degree. But here again, like, the notion is to take all three so you maximize your chances of it working and working really well. But will you get some effect if you just put the Rejuvenate? I would say you probably would.
I'm doing all three.
Yes,
okay.
Do all three.
And how long does it take for the hair to grow back?
Really?
Mine started to fuzz up within a week or so.
Everybody's
and when I saw that, I stopped using it. I like my bald head. And me and Kojak, we're going to keep that bald head. Okay.
And those of y'all that want to grow your hair back, you want to get on all three of them. You want to rub
look forward to it. I know your boy. I know your boy. I know your boy.
Your hair to grow back.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you. Okay. So I'll tell you quick, you heard the hair story. I got Paula Evans on this one. I love her story. So Paula Evans takes it and her hair grows 4 inches in 4.5 weeks. That's pretty extraordinary.
Yes.
Mary Jones got this luscious hair now. That is just, but it's really situational, so.
So if you're a beautician.
Somebody else though, I think somebody else, I can't think of his name now, but
use these products on your clients.
Maria's sister's husband had a stroke, used our stuff, he gray hair, great kinky hair, and the hair started coming out black, straight like you had a process. That's what we call it. Okay? Where it looked like you had this, perm put in your hair or something like that. So anyway, we have fun with that. Let your hair grow, your teeth, your gums come back, all this extraordinary stuff that's not supposed to happen. In the case of teeth, got me almost thrown out my dentist's office. But hey, it's not on me, it's on her. Okay. How about
how your mitochondria responds once you
build it up. Houston, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, hello. I just want to know if the delivery system involves oxygen. Okay, the reason I asked.
Go ahead.
Okay, the reason I asked, you as a professional and your knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
you know that the mitochondria, oxygen is the spark of life. Every cell in our body needs oxygen.
Okay.
And I just wanted to know if the delivery system involves oxygen.
Okay, so let me answer. The delivery system per se does not involve oxygen. Here's where oxygen is involved, okay? The way mitochondria make energy, it takes oxygen from the air you breathe, it takes nutrients from the food you eat, and in the electron transport chain, it turns it into ATP. That's what the energy is, right? That's what happens. And what we have noticed, just listen, what we have noticed is that your oxygen utilization becomes much, much more efficient. Without question, that's the case. I know as a cyclist how much better I was functioning riding that bike, 30 miles or 40 miles, how far I'm riding, right? Also from people who have lung conditions like fibrosis. Gentleman came here, he had fibrosis, he had to walk around with an oxygen machine all the time. You know, couldn't go for a walk with his wife and his daughter, it was too strenuous. He had to go back to the house. So same week, within days of getting on our technology, she catches him out in the garage, cleaning up the garage, and know where his oxygen machine is. He didn't have to have it to do that. So oxygen utilization goes way up in terms of efficiency. His oxygen level got down in the 70s. And he was able to be on his elliptical striding the whole time. Something he couldn't have even thought about doing before. So extraordinary things happen with oxygen, not that it's a part of the delivery system, though it's affected by the results of the delivery. Okay?
Yes, and just one more thing. Is black seed the same thing as black cumin seed?
Yes.
Okay, now, Roger,
knowledge.
I've been listening to every program for the last 2 months.
Okay.
One day my brother called me, gave me a phone number, said, you got to listen to this. It just might be what you've been looking for. Tomorrow morning I'm calling, I'm going to order the bundle. Now, I am 80. My car has been in the garage for the last year.
Wow.
I pay car insurance every month. I'm not driving. I have been home for a year. I sincerely appreciate everyone's testimonials. And I am expecting my miracle. And I hope to be calling back and telling you all about my miracle one day soon using your products. And I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful to be listening to your program the last 2 months. I'm very thankful and grateful for everyone's knowledge, you, Roger, the doctor, Dale. And thank you to everyone with all your wonderful testimonials. Let me leave you with this. In the book of Hebrews, in the whole Bible, there is this verse. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, not yet seen. I hope when I get on these products, the next 20 years are going to be the best years of my life because I have plans. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Great having you on, Sandra. So glad you joined us tonight.
So
message
she
to
wants to be
everybody,
able to
get
drive
people on the
again.
call. Take Sandra. Charge that and listen for 2 months. Okay? Yeah, I got some folks you need to get started.
Right.
All right, Sandra.
Gotta get started.
Okay, I got one more. Got one more going to do, Dr. Joy Scott. That would be LaTanya. We didn't do, or did we? Holyfield?
We did not.
Okay.
Tanya, I have
Go back and
Thank
listen
you.
to other episodes, and you'll hear other people that
Go ahead.
hadn't been able to drive for years and can now drive. It's all in building your mitochondria.
Good. I got a couple things here. I have a friend that owns a health and wellness. I just found out today that she's doing chemo because she has liver cancer and wants to know, will this help her with the chemo? I'm asking questions for her because she was too weak to listen to the call today.
Okay. Mitochondria helps in that.
Hi, James. Thanks for sharing. We hope you'll try these products. These are a natural food. We have had great results in
what she's addressing
with the blood pressure issues.
Our approach is very close to Dr.
Thanks for
doing. They
watching.
call it immunotherapy. And immunotherapy is drugs that they come up with to cause the immune system to fight specific diseases.
Yeah, I'll have the information and the link will be in the description after the live.
It does work in some degree. This love is based on genetics. And if you got, for example, a particular kind of cancer that they have the genetic key to, it's perfect. It's perfect. Jimmy Carter lived as long. He was supposed to have died 10 years ago. Okay, but he had a kind of cancer that immunotherapy fit perfectly. But it only applies to like 20% of the people. You know what I'm saying? So that in that regard, what we're doing is, I think, definitely a more elegant, in my opinion, more elegant solution, because we're letting your body figure out how to use it, right? We're not trying to outsmart your body. Your body already knows what kind of cancer it is and knows how it wants to fight it. And so we're just giving it the means to do what it already knows how to do, as opposed to us trying to do it. Okay? And we have many, many examples of that. If you want to have further conversations offline, or have them call customer service, have them put them in touch with me. I'd be happy to talk to her. But if I'm her, I'm trying to get on this stuff fast. Okay?
Yeah, I'm actually going to be delivering her a bundle tomorrow because I have extra. So I'm going to be taking her some tomorrow. Also, my daughter has said she woke up really fatigued this morning. And she just started taking the brain and body. So does the brain and body detox you? Because I think
it detoxed the heck out of me. Had me feeling unsteady on my feet for about 5 hours.
Okay.
And I only took 2.
And she only takes 1. So I went back to 1 from 2 and stayed there for about 10 days.
It affects people differently because I didn't go through a detox.
I mean, now for those who are listening, that's a good thing, because those toxins that your body has decided to remove are part of what's between you and being healthier. So tell her congratulations.
I will do that.
Okay.
Also, I have one more other thing, Roger, and this is someone with pancreatic cancer. Now, the Mito will work for this person as well.
We don't care what kind of cancer it is, but we're not trying to cure cancer, right? All we're doing is we're growing the mitochondria, let your body fight it. We've had people with every kind of cancer you can name come here and take this, get their mitochondria restored, right? And be way better off. Because let's demystify this cancer thing real quick. Everybody has cancer cells. Everybody. You got about 40 trillion cells if you're a typical person in your body. You're generating about 10,000 microcancers a day. A day. Which should tell you right away how extraordinary your immune system is. Why didn't everybody have cancer? Because your immune system goes after it and gets rid of it. It's got specific cells, a whole group of them. The specific one I want to talk about is NKs. They're called natural killers. They hunt 24/7. They are literally terminators, like in the movie Terminator. They don't stop until whatever they're going after is dead or they're dead and got to be replaced by another. Okay? So what our technology is doing is arming them better, right? Giving them more energy, being able to use resources. They make a toxin. They inject that. They find a cancer cell. injected with a toxin kills cells into that cell. Then you got to reload, do it all over again. So that's a very energetic
Yes, James,
process.
Roger has a lot of great knowledge. That's why he created this company.
Cellular communication suffers when you're under duress and you don't have enough energy to address it. We are growing the energy back. We're improving the cellular communication. I mean, I'm saying that partly from the literature and partly from what we're seeing happen with people, right? Your body just works better. So yeah, again, we don't care if it's cancer. You notice that every week somebody, Paul Morrow said, I give the same answer to everybody's question. And I do. Grow your mitochondria.
Right.
Go get a phone.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Your
Well,
mitochondria.
I wanted to say too to that person that was asking about the hair growth. It really does work. My hair has grown since I've been taking the Mito, and I haven't used anything else. So I know it's the Mito that's growing my hair.
I've experienced our growth as well.
About how much did it grow and how fast did it grow? How long did it take?
I think about a month, maybe a month and a half. I've been seeing the difference. My hair was really short to the point where it could be braided in the back, and now it's basically touching the tip of my the nape of my neck right now. So almost to my shoulders. So almost to my shoulders. So the Mito does grow the hair.
Yeah, you could be doing one of those. You and people like Paul could be doing one of those Farrah Fawcett commercials where you're riding on a horse and swinging your head back and forth, flinging your hair around.
Yeah, and I wasn't even putting it in my hair. That was just from the internal use. So I can imagine what it's going to do once I start actually putting it in my scalp. So yeah, it works.
So all the skeptical people on the line, that's what we're talking about when we say regeneration. Your body can do things it couldn't do before. It can bring those things back. And not just the people who are having the hair grown. How about those people who got their hair falling out? You know,
somebody with alopecia.
One reason or
Share
another.
this information.
We get that all the time. With the hair start falling. Dr. Connie Lee, her hair start falling out. Okay, thinning. So yeah.
Well,
all right,
Roger,
thank you for that.
Well, Roger, actually, my hair was falling out due to menopause.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
And there was nothing growing it back. My hair was falling out due to menopause. And when I started taking Mito, I say about a month in, that's when I start seeing the growth.
Interesting.
All right, thank you for sharing that. You helped a lot of people that are hair concerned.
No, thank you.
All right. Of course, Dale, you know I'm not one of them. Love my bald head. Okay, we're going to do Ronald Franklin. Then I'm going to call Clive, and I'll call Cindy, and I don't see anybody else. But we're going to do Dr. Joyce. Did we do Ronald Franklin?
Go.
No, I just now unmuted him. Ronald, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ronald.
Okay, my son has multiple myeloma and is losing his eyesight. He's been, designated as legally blind. Will this product help him? And if at all three, would he put the fluid on his eyes? How does that work?
Okay, get a brain and body bundle. Okay, that way you maximize your mitochondria because you're playing all the keys, right? You're going at it every way we got to go at it with in terms of regrowing your mitochondria. All right, and I always tell people who are coming with a malignancy like that, if you're going to afford to double it or more, do that.
So if you double it, you're going to purchase two of these bundles.
So I would get 2 bundles at minimum.
2 of these bundles.
So that way you're going to have 2 restores, 2 rejuvenates, and 2 brain and bodies. Okay?
Super
and you want to change diet. You want to modify it and add to it anti-angiogenesis food. When you log in your back office, you go back to the last cancer call, I've got recordings in there talking about that. Walnuts is one of them. I've eaten some walnuts every day. Okay? Green tea is another And guess what one of the primary constituents in brain and body is? Green tea extract. Okay, but you can take more. What happens with a cancer is that you got all these micro cancers in your body. They become a problem when they can attract the blood supply. They put out an enzyme that's attracting the blood supply because they can't really, take off until they do that. But once they get that blood supply, they can grow 16,000 times in 2 weeks. But here again, there's things you can eat in your diet that will slow that down. Okay, very common. So check that out. Go in the back office and not in the back office, but yeah, in the back office. It says announcements. There's a link there that says click here to listen to previous calls, and just go back in the call till you get to that. Dr. William Lee spells his last name L-I. Dr. William Lee wrote a book called Food is Medicine. He nails it. And I've got those links to his YouTube videos right there, okay?
This is why you get on the call, so you can get that knowledge, get that health knowledge,
but
right?
Double or triple up on it. I can tell you that right
now. Get healthier.
And I think you'll be happy that you did. All right, Ronald?
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Dr. Joy Scott is our newest 3-star gold. Dr. Joy Scott.
Congratulations, Dr. Joy.
Yes. It's so
major
exciting.
accomplishment.
Dr. Roger drilled me on that mitochondria story.
Yeah.
So I take it with me everywhere I go. And I always meet with success. So yes, it happened yesterday, last night. And it was exciting to see that 300 and to know that I've helped that many people using the mitochondria
So she's
story.
helped 300 people get their mitochondria strong, and she has it. Go.
Getting all that
Let's go. We can do it
and
too.
So I want to thank everybody
That's one of my
who's on the
goals.
call because, you got your motivation. I get it from the people here telling their wonderful stories.
Yes.
I mean, last night we were all up in the air over a hair story. The hair story went from just right there at the neck to all the way to almost to the end of her tailbone. And it was amazing to see her before pictures and after pictures over a 6-month period. Amazing. Putting that Rejuvenate with the Restore on it every single day.
Yes.
And so, yeah, we got work.
So let me make this comment for the audience, because it's a big deal becoming a goal. That's when I designed the compensation plan, I just designated that level as the level at which people would start earning full-time incomes, and you can, some people do it sooner than that, but by that time, that's where you are. But the thing that turned it around for your whole team was that emphasis on the mitochondria story. So everybody else wants to talk about something else, okay? What makes the critical difference here is we're actually restoring that mitochondria. So when that thing you hear me say at the beginning of the call, talking about how, you start out with a lot of mitochondria, you lose it, and so on. Tell that story and relate to it. People relate to that, right? Because they know that as you get older, you can't see as well, you're not as strong, your brain, all that stuff makes sense. Okay, and then relate it to whatever their health concern is. Okay, and as opposed to certainly, I don't ever start talking about a business opportunity. Never start talking about that. You've been in many 3 ways with me, and you know that's the case. Even if that's what they ask about, I'm going to start with that mitochondria story, because that's fundamental to our business. It's what we do that's unique to us.
Itself, from whether it be alopecia, HIV, AIDS, problems hearing. You heard them talking about doctors telling them that they were going to have somebody that had 5 years to live. You heard them talking about, the doctor said that they made a bad decision, what they call it, a fatal decision. And But then in the end, when they go back to the doctor sees them walk in, which they never expected them to do that because they said that they were going to have to have amputation, y'all. Come on, y'all. You know, knowledge is power. And this is why I get on here and I share the information, because when you get that health knowledge, you know, like there's people out there, high blood pressure, diabetes, you know, have had heart attacks, had strokes, you name it. When I tell you mitochondria is powerful, and God designed our bodies to have that mitochondria. He designed our bodies that if we get that mitochondria strong, our body can fix itself naturally from anything. Guys, that's why you're hearing these testimonials. This is what we're using, because we're in the mitochondria business. We're not in the healing business. We're in the mitochondria business, and we're using these natural products, which are considered a food. I've had people say, "Oh, what are the medications again?" These are not medications. These are natural products. This is considered a food. Do you eat daily? You're feeding yourself food then, right? Well, feed yourself the food to build your mitochondria up. For those of y'all, if you're on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie or Success on Stephanie, it will be in the description where you'll go. Facebook, you can send me a message. But like if you go to moremito.com/S Alford, that's SALFORD, that is my website. Then you will hit join. Then you will hit referring customer, and then create your free customer website by putting in your name, your email address, your address, your phone number, creating your password and your username, and your website is up just like that, right? We also have videos on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie that's showing you how to actually go in there and create your website, because some people are visual, right? So because if you're visual, then you just be telling you go to moremito.com/ and it's MoreMito, MoreMito .com/SALFORD. MoreMito. Mito is short for mitochondria. So once again, MoreMito.com/SALFORD. You would go there. You're going to create your free customer website by clicking join. Then you'll click referring customer, and you will fill out that information, your name, your address, your email address, your phone number. Pick your username. Do not use an email address. Pick your username and your password. Your username is what's attached to your website. So my username is S Alford, SALFORD. That is part of my website, right? But it's my username. That is what attaches me to the person that told me about it, right? So any of y'all, when you go on there, your username will be attached to me, right? And then whoever connects to you, you know, that's how you're attached. That's the way the company has it designed. But y'all, I don't know what's going on, but it's not letting me back in. But anyway, we hope that
you've reached the MoreMito conference line. The call.
Still having a lot of issues.
Arrives.
Okay, maybe we missed the ending of it. But anyway, we hope that y'all have enjoyed listening to the show, the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, Success on Stephanie, or, you know, if you watched it on Facebook, because all we're doing is really trying to get the word out, teaching you how to build your what? Your mitochondria. Again, if you go do the research, mitochondria, you will do your body justice if you learn about mitochondria. This is what took me off. I was taking 18 to 20 different medications, okay? If you go back, you go to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, go on the playlist, go under, you know, go up under some of my live calls, or, you know, and you can see, well, I'm showing you some of the medications. I'm not in my home office, so I can't, you know, show you some of those medications, but I physically show you some of the medications that I was on. Now, I was on a lot more than what I show you, but that showed you some of them, and that was a lot. Okay, guys, because I want you to see that I'm speaking from experience. I have been on a lot of medications. They put me on multiple medications for several different things. Migraines, on multiple medications. Was not controlling my migraines, right? But I was going to these doctors. These doctors said, some of you are saying, oh, you got to listen to what your doctor says, right? I listened to my doctor. And let me share something else. I listened to my doctor, and then when they referred me to a neurologist, because the medication was not controlling my migraines, for many years, I lived in pain. for many years, when my pain would get to a certain level where I couldn't tolerate it anymore, then I would get a shot and they would bring it back down to where I could tolerate it. Can you imagine that, living like that for many, many years? My body was accustomed to a high level of pain just with my migraines. Now I had other things going on as well, but that's just with the migraines, right? And when I went to the neurologist shared with me, when I explained to her, kind of how my body is feeling, she shared with me that 2 of the medications that they had me on for my migraines, the doctors had been over medicating me for all these years. They were over medicating me. It was taking my migraine away. It was immediately giving my migraine back, and it was causing depression. That was the reason why I couldn't multitask the way I used to multitask, because the way the body, the medication was doing with my body. Okay, medications have side effects. They use medications. I may be taking it for migraine. Somebody else may be taking it for certain other things, right? One of the medications they put me on, I noticed that other people were taking it for seizures and other things that they are having pain from, and etc. Right? There are several medications that are used for multiple things. Okay, but it also gives you side effects. And so one of my side effects was it was causing me to be depressed, and I didn't even know that I had been depressed for years. Right, y'all, you have to do the research. I began to do my research, especially after learning about that. I began to do the research, and once I did the research, and then I actually prayed that, and I asked God, please send me something that I don't have to take all these pills. This was in December of 2015. By the end of the month, someone had contacted me and shared with me the information about the Rejuvenate Gel. This is what originally, at that time, we did not have the Restore Oil, and we did not have Renew Brain and Body. Dr. Bevan Elliott has created this since then. But at the time when I first started, this is what I used, and this got rid of the migraines. I was very shocked. As a matter of fact, I shared and said, well, let me try, because I thought my mind was playing tricks on me. So I was like, let me try this another day just to make sure it's doing what it's doing, right? Because for years I had been in pain with these migraines, right? So I felt like my mind was playing tricks on me, but my mind wasn't playing tricks on me. Is because I got the health information and was starting to build my mitochondria up, and so my body in return was starting to fix itself naturally. Okay, and I began to come off those medications. So the first thing I noticed was, the help with the migraines. And I say the reason why I say the first thing I noticed, because sometimes we have other things going on in our body that we don't know. I've talked to so many different people that say that they're healthy and they just don't even know it. Nobody has. I was washing dishes, and again, this had taken my migraines away. So it was sitting on the kitchen counter, because the allergist. We're talking about, we've mentioned doctors, right? So my allergist did not know what was causing my breakouts, right? I was taking allergy eye drops. I was taking pills. I was taking nasal spray. I was getting shots 3 times a week in both arms. Okay, I was doing all that just for allergies, and my allergist still couldn't figure out what was causing my breakouts. I took so many journals. I made so many journals, right? Just documenting when I have the breakouts, what's going on, right? Nothing was consistent. So it wasn't like I could say, okay, well, every time I just go out and, I'm by this specific tree or whatever, right? There was nothing consistent where they could say, well, this is what's causing the breakouts, or that's what's causing the breakouts, right? And so instead of just saying, well, we don't know what is causing it, my allergist said, he said, well, I think that it's something in your blood. Understand? He said he thinks, because he didn't know. So he said, I'm going to refer you to a dermatologist. And, so basically, because he didn't know, he referred me to a dermatologist. So I went to a dermatologist. Dermatologist could not figure it out. He could not figure it out. His solution was he was prescribing me more pills. So the pills that I was taking, he was going to prescribe me. Well, he prescribed me enough so that anytime I had a breakout, I could just pop a pill. But that was not telling me what the problem was, what was causing the breakouts. I wanted to know what the problem was so that I could fix the problem, right? But because they didn't know, because the doctors did not know what to tell me that was actually causing the problem, so they couldn't come up with a solution, right? So they just prescribed more pills. Again, this is what helped me with my allergies at the time. Well, the Rejuvenate Gel, because I was washing dishes, all of a sudden my hands started itching. So something in the water, you know, mind you, when you're washing dishes, you got a whole lot of different foods or whatever. And, you know, so it triggered me to have hives. I pulled my hands out the water. I had red hives on my hand, right? So I made the little joke talking to myself because my Rejuvenate Gel was on the counter. And I said, oh, I probably should just try that little miracle gel. Even though I was laughing and joking and was going in the other room to get my pills that you know, they had prescribed me all these pills. I was laughing and joking, but I just grabbed it, picked it up, and I'm wiping it on while I'm laughing and joking. Before I got to my purse that had my pills in them, I began to notice that my hands wasn't itching as much. So I looked down and I noticed, wait a minute, the hives are starting to go away and I'm not itching as much. So guess what? I did not take those pills. Why take pills if I don't need to take the pills? I was already seeing results, even though I had been laughing and joking about this Rejuvenate Gel, right? So, guys, so I was like, okay, it's helped me with my migraine. Now it's helping me with my allergies, right? I was just like, wow, okay, I'm loving that little miracle gel, right? That's, you know, I was calling it a little miracle gel. But anyway, y'all, when I say this Rejuvenate has been awesome to me, this also helped me with my eyesight. You know, at the time, again, it was before we had the other products. They've added, you know, companies continuously to improve things, right? And so I started out taking the Rejuvenate Gel, rubbing it around my eyes because I kept hearing people talking about how their eyesight was getting better, right? Now, I had stigmatism in my eyes. So, of course, I figured my results would take longer than other people because my shape is different because of stigmatism, right? So if you have stigmatism, your eye is shaped like a football, for those of y'all that don't know. But I began to get results for my eyesight. So I had a restriction on my driver's license. I no longer have a restriction on my driver's license because my eyesight is better now. And so I use all three products, all three. I take some of the Restore Oil and I put it in Rejuvenate Gel. Whenever I run out and I open up another jar, I take one dosage of the the Restore Oil. One dosage is 4 milliliters. If you go on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, there's a video on there. It shows you how to mix it. This is the droppers that come in there. And it actually has, if you can see the lines on there, that top line, this top line here is 1 milliliter. So 4 droppers is 1 full dosage, 4 milliliters. Okay. And when you take 4 milliliters of the oil and put it in your Rejuvenate Gel, once you put it in there, you're going to put that top back on it and you're going to shake it up. But I demonstrated on that video, so you can go in there and you can see that, right? And that just makes it even more potent, y'all. I mean, it's great by itself, but you know, if you want to turn it up more, that's what we're doing. We're putting the Restore Oil in there, right? And when you rub it on, you heard them talking about when you put it on your skin, you know, it can get in there, right? You want to get stuff in your brain, rub it around your eyes. You can rub it on your temples, rub it on the back of your neck. You hear them talking about one lady, she put it on her grandson was autistic. She took some of the Rejuvenate Gel, which has the Restore Oil mixed in it, and she just rubbed it on the back of his neck because she didn't know where to rub it. And he went to school the next day. Now, mind you, you know, a lot of people that are autistic, they may not talk or they may not talk the best. So he was having an issue talking, right? He really wasn't talking. He tied his shoes. Not only did he talk that day at school, not only did he tie his shoe, but he tied his classmate's shoe. So the teacher came out and asked after school, what did y'all do? He was talking, he tied his shoe, he tied his classmate's shoe. And this happened. She did it one day, and the next day he went to school and he was doing all this, y'all. Was that not awesome? So, you know, again, all we're doing is we're building your mitochondria up. We're using this natural food to build your mitochondria up. Again, mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. Humans have it, pets have it. Build your mitochondria up. If you have a pet, then you want to get our Petlife. You want to get the Petlife and the Rejuvenate Gel. Now, don't give them the Restore Oil. We have Petlife for the pets. The Petlife is just the it's the Restore Oil minus the citrus that's in here. This is a citrus and something else, but the ingredients that pets can't have has been removed out of this, and then the Petlife label has been put on there. So this is, you can use it, humans can use this as well, because all it is this minus the citrus and stuff that the pets can't have. So a lot of people use this on their eyes too, because it doesn't sting. This some people use this on their eyes, the Restore Oil, but it has a citrus, so when you first put it in there, it's going to sting. When you close your eyes, it takes the oxygen out and it stops stinging. So if you go back and listen to some of the other episodes, you will hear all of this information though. But guys, when I tell you, you do yourself justice. Anybody that you want to help out, it doesn't make a difference what they have, cancer, you name it. You want to get the products, help. This is the gift of good health right here. Whether you give it to yourself, give yourself the gift of good health, or will you give it to somebody else? Or again, whether you give it to your pet. You know, this is the gift of good health. Build that mitochondria up. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. When you are born, you have, most of you have great mitochondria, right? But the older you get, the more mitochondria you lose. If you've ever taken antibiotics damages your mitochondria. Y'all get the research, do the research, get the health knowledge, right? How did I learn these things? I learned these things by doing the research, by getting on calls, by learning. Knowledge is power, but you got to get out there and you got to learn the knowledge so that you can have that power, right? So again, I'm telling you, if you're really serious about getting your health better, build your mitochondria up. Build your mitochondria up. Some of the other things that comes to us, like there may be somebody that's seriously in the hospital, they may have tubes in them or whatever, and you can't get this in their mouth, right? Well, guess what? It goes in through the skin. I was just mentioning that before. So, you may rub it on the forehead, you may rub it around the eyes, behind the neck, the face, the scalp, all that gets into your brain, right? So you want to get the information out there and, so that, or get it on their skin so it can get in them, and then it can help build their mitochondria up. There's several ways of doing things. So, reach out, put your comments in there. You can text information to me, text questions to me. Understand I said text because I do have a busy schedule. So if you text me, if you need to speak with me, then we'll schedule a time to speak that works for you and I. So you can text me at 817-320-2571. Again, that's 817-320-2571. Understand, if you just reach out and call me, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get me. Because if you're not in my phone, I'm not going to answer. Because I get so many unnecessary calls. But if you will text me, then we can set up a time, to talk, and, get all your questions answered, you name it. I don't mind helping people, but, just like I want to respect you and give you what you need, I want you to respect me and give me what I need, right? And so, because if I just sit up there and just constantly answer my phone, then that throws my days off and I can't accomplish the things that I need to get accomplished. And because I'm out here to help as many people as possible, right? So again, we want you to get your mitochondria strong. If you have not tuned into the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, you want to tune into the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. Go on our playlist. We have a list of things on our playlist. We have several different ailments listed on our playlist. Go on there and listen, because there's other people that have had things that I haven't had. You want to talk about high blood pressure, diabetes? I've never had those. Has it run in the family? It has. I have never had it personally. So I can share the knowledge that I've learned. But if you go on there and you listen to some of the people on there, guess what? They've had it, they've experienced, and they can share what their body did once they got their mitochondria strong by building, by using the natural products, right? So I share information that I have. But again, if you go on there, you can hear from people that actually have the things. It's like cancer. Okay, so, I can't say I never had cancer because everybody has had cancer. It's just that when your immune system was strong enough to fight it off. Did y'all hear Mr. Hill say that? Y'all heard Mr. Roger Hill? He said that earlier on the call that everybody has had cancer. And I've constantly tell people, well, everybody's had cancer because people say, oh, I've never had cancer. And I correct them like, yeah, you have had cancer. It's just your body was strong enough to fight it off. And it didn't get to the point where the people that are actually having to go take chemo and radiology and all this stuff, right? Because your immune system was strong enough to fight it off. So understand that. But what do you want to do? You want to get your mitochondria built up so that you don't experience that level of cancer, right? Again, our bodies are our temple, right? So you owe it to yourself to get your mitochondria strong so that your body can fight off anything. Okay. So again, if you're on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, or you're watching this on Success on Stephanie, then we will put the information in the description, details. You can also go to my website, which is moremito.com/S Alford. That's MoreMito.com/SALFORD. If somebody else referred you, you want to get back with the person that referred you. As you heard Mr. Hill sharing, you get back with the person that actually told you about it, right? Or referred you to, like, so a lot of people refer people to me because they hear me on my shows, sharing about the information. And then I have a lot of people that, that follow me, and, they just get on my shows and, and that's how we get connected. It doesn't make a difference which way. The main thing is for us to get the word out so that people can do what? Build their mitochondria up. Y'all, if you're really serious about health changes, whether it's simple as losing weight, you heard several people saying that they were taking the product and they lost weight. When you get your mitochondria built up, your body knows what is going on with it, and it knows where to go there and what to do. So there's several different things that can go on in your body, and there's several different things that you probably don't even know that is going on in your body. So you owe it to yourself. So again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, whether you tuned into the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, whether you tuned into Success on Stephanie, or whether you tuned into us on Facebook Live, right? Again, send your questions in, go to the website, go to our website, or get back with the person that referred you. Again, the website one more time is MoreMito.com/S Alford. Again, that's MoreMito.com/SALFORD. There would, if you're on Success on Stephanie or Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, we will put in the description. The website will be in there. It actually will be a website will take you straight to the page where you can create your free customer website. So you can either go to moremito.com/S Alford, or you can go to the website that's in the description, which takes you straight through there. The difference is if you go to moremito.com/S Alford, then you'll have to click join, then referring customer. If you go to the link that will be in the description, it'll take you straight to there. And all you have to do is put in your name, your address, your phone number, your email address, your username, pick your username and your password. Remember, do not use an email address for your username. That will not work. But anyway, again, we hope that you have been successful in getting some health knowledge, and please share this with others. If you have not liked and subscribed, like and subscribe. And again, we hope that you take the initiative to get your mitochondria strong so that you can do what? You can get your body healthier. You owe it to yourself to get your body healthier.